What's up, guys? Brewski here again. Just got off of work, going back down to the gas station, grabbing some cigarettes, some drinks. Oh, work was a hell of a day today. We were swamped all day. Just slammed. So, it was a long day, a long 11-hour day. But, here I am, riding the bike, so life's good. But, anyways, got a request to do a vlog about my high school days. And if there's one thing to say about my high school days, it's that I really don't remember a lot of it. I try not to. As a high schooler, I don't know, I really didn't hang out with too many people. I kind of tried to stay to myself. I did the bare minimum that I had to do to pass and to graduate, and that was it. I didn't apply myself at all. Basically, my theory was, fuck everyone and everything else. Let's just try to get the fuck out of there. That was my theory on high school. Now, like as a freshman, new to high school and everything, I hung out with the punks, I guess, the skateboarders, the kids with the mohawks and the piercings and the tattoos and shit like that. That's who I hung out with. Imaginary sixth gear. But anyhow, yeah, so I hung out with all the bad kids, I guess you'd call them. But they were my friends, whatever. I skateboarded, even though I was a fat little shit. Skateboarded, did the whole fucking listening to punk music and heavy metal and shit like that. Started, I don't know, drinking, things like that. I actually started smoking cigarettes my freshman year of high school. So, freshman year was kind of a, I don't know, my rebellious year in high school, I guess. I didn't do any of my schoolwork, like none of it. I got out of my freshman year with a .7 GPA, which pretty much means you have F's in all but one class, and that one class you've got a D in. That's what a .7 GPA is, pretty much. So, sophomore year wasn't that much better. I still was a fucking little rebel punk-ass kid. For the first half of my sophomore year, it was just like my freshman year all over again. Flunking my classes, skipping class, you know, whatever else. And then they decided that they were going to send me to one of our alternative high schools. Because it was smaller, they didn't give out homework, which was one of my main complaints about high school was homework. My theory was I just spent fucking 7 hours sitting at a goddamn desk listening to a teacher teach me nothing that's going to do me any good in a real world scenario. So they sent me over to the alternative school. Now that school was all small classes. I think the biggest class size I had that entire year was like 16 kids in one class. There was like a whole whopping 32 kids in the entire school. So they sent me there. I kind of straightened my act out. Started actually trying to pass my classes. I actually ended up getting all caught up with all my credits and all my other shit. So then my junior year, I was taking a couple of the classes that I had flunked, redoing them, passing them, taking online classes, and everything else. Senior year, I had done so good throughout my junior year that I had made it to where I only had 4 classes a day. Yeah, something like 4 classes. So senior year wasn't shit. It was easy. But aside from the academics, I didn't do any sports or anything like that. I really didn't believe in it. I didn't want to do it. So none of that. I partied a lot. I was always out at friends' houses, getting into trouble and doing whatever else. You know, things that us crazy fucking kids do. In high school, I never saw myself riding a motorcycle, like ever. I never thought I would be the kid to ride the motorcycle or anything. I actually had it was a 1988 Ford F-150 with the little 5-liter in it. And I had that thing all sorts of souped up. And that's kind of what opened me up to the whole automotive career thing. I rebuilt the engine in my driveway at the age of 16. Got it all rebuilt. Performance parts, all that jazz. You know how it goes. If you're rebuilding something, may as well make it bigger, better, and faster, right? So, I built this Ford up, and it was fast. It was fucking fast. Oh my god, I'm surprised I didn't kill myself in that thing. There were a couple times where it got close. Alright guys, so where was I? Talking about my truck. So, this truck, I had it built. It was a gas-guzzling hog. It was funner than hell. And I swear to God, the devil sat in the passenger seat every time you drove it. Just temptation to push that throttle just a little bit further. So, this truck, I mean, this thing would get up and haul some major, serious ass. I'm talking it would smoke. One of my ex-girlfriends had a 1992 Camaro Z28 with the 350 tune port injection. And I thought that thing was pretty quick. But my Ford could beat it in a street race any day of the week. Okay, so, I mean, here I am in a piece of shit old pickup truck. The thing had basically no body left on it. It was all rusted out and dented and no paint. And that thing would just smoke everything on the roads around here. But it only got 2 miles to the gallon. All through high school, I had a job making $17 an hour delivering beer. So I had no bills, a big badass fast truck. And what do you think I did? I went out and I raced it a lot. Because 2 miles to the gallon wasn't, you know, that was fine when you're making $17 an hour. And that's all you've got to spend money on is fuel. I mean, you're perfectly fine with the thought of spending that much on fuel. So, that was that. When I finally got a chance to dyno the fucking thing, it dynoed at 452 horsepower. Which is a lot for a 302 Ford motor, running on just regular ass pump gasoline. So, I mean, that was that. And then, you know, all through middle school and high school, I was just a fighting motherfucker. I loved to fight. It wasn't even I loved to fight, I just loved to hit people. I'm glad I got out of that stage, but I got suspended all the fucking time for fighting. And I've always been a bigger guy. I mean, like right now I'm not big anymore. I just hit my growth spurt early, so I was always bigger than everyone else. But I mean, I'm 6'1", 215 pounds. So I've always been a bigger boy. So fighting back in high school never really was anything for me. I always had longer arms than everyone, better reach, better technique, shit like that. I never really lost any of the fights that I'd ever gotten into. So I was always kind of a loner, except for my few friends that I did have. So, yeah, I graduated in May of 2010. As soon as I graduated, I went to Wyotech. Like 3 months later, I worked for 3 or 4 months and left for college. And Wyotech was a 9-month course.